Hi, I'm Paul Brodie in the shop here. Mitch behind the cameras. Thank you, Mitch. And we're continuing on building parts for bicycles. There's a bicycle show coming up, and I got to get my bikes ready. And so years ago, when I was putting bikes in nabs and teaching frame building 101, I had two bikes, EB and the touring bike. And I would swap parts back and forth because didn't have enough parts to have both bikes all up and running. So this is the sprocket that got used on both bikes. There's a couple crank sets, and it was on EB, and now on the touring bike I need to make a new sprocket. So I've got metal here. It's 70-75. It's 160, which is kind of an odd size, but I didn't pay for it. I got it for free, so that's great. And I found my notes from back when I was building the sprocket, and it's got a bunch of numbers, which is going to flash those up on the screen, I think, but it didn't actually let me know or remind me how I made it, how I held it. Obviously, well, for me, obviously, it's made on the lathe. That's how you start this, and then it goes to the mill. That's what cuts the holes and the teeth. We're going to go through that process today. I'm not 100% today. Today is Tuesday. I was riding my motorcycle, my trials bike on Sunday, and I went up, and there was roots that were cut off, and I think they were sharp, and the skid plate caught, and the bike suddenly stopped, and I fell sideways a bit, and there was a tree, and me and the tree, we made contact, and it was, well, I'm sore. So anyway, life goes on. All right, we're going to go to the lathe now, and I'm going to hold, I've got the jaws set so they're holding on the outside of this. It's about 7 inches or something. And I'm going to bore out the middle. And then I needed a fixture, so I made this, I found this piece of metal. It's not quite large enough, but do you see how it leaves room for the teeth here? Because what I have to do is when I start to cut these teeth and I go around, I got to see if the chain fits. So if I was to have this on a plate and milling that out, I couldn't see if the chain fits. So I needed to hold it up. And what also I did, see these red circles, and inside is a 6mm thread. And there's also 4 here. So as I'm machining this, can you see how it lines up? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what that means, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can hold it here, and then I can do these holes. And then I can move it around and see these ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I can hold it here, and I can do these teeth, or if I do those holes first. So I have to put this onto the rotary table. So I made up this, and this is a little larger than that. So I put this onto the rotary table, and I take an end mill and I cut this. As I turn the table, this is going around and the end mill is cutting, and I make it the perfect size that I want. And then it locates it. So it means that this is the same size. Because I checked this one yesterday, and I know that this one turned out well. Let me show you for an example. So if I measure that like that, it's 2.250, and I go right round to the other side. Well, there it is, 2.249, so it's out 1 thou, which is nothing. A human hair is 3 thou, so 1/3 of a human hair, so it's perfect. Anyway, that's part of the setup. So first thing, Let's go to the lathe. We're going to hold this. We're going to cut a circle out, and it has to fit this crank here. This is a race face crank. It's carbon fiber. It's quite nice. Now this is a slightly different size. This one doesn't fit. It's just a little, this is a little too small, but it fits this one perfectly. So this gets used on that. This is a different size for that. It's a 52 2-sprocket. I don't think you can buy them that big for a mountain bike crank set. You can get 52 for road, but this is not a road bike crank set. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Let's go to the lathe. Oh, stop that, wait, 775. So I'm going to put a mark here, so I got a guideline that I can go to. Something like that. It's right on 0, so it's the same size. Oh, that's a good fit. Okay, so it's going to get anodized, and when they anodize black, it puts on 3/4 of a thou. So I need a little bit of play here, because it's a very good fit, but it's too close. So we'll just let the tool bit run through there. Haven't changed the dial. Look at that. That's good. That's nice. All right, we're going to flip it around. I got to change the jaws. We're going to hold it on the inside, and we're going to machine the OD down to spec. Okay. So what's next? Can you see how it's relieved here? I'll call that relief. Comes in. So this is a certain thickness, and then on the other side, it's the opposite. It goes down, and it's also not as thick here as it is right here. So we need to do that. Now I think it's held and it's running true. I'm concerned that I'll get a bit of chatter. I think this might just chatter, but I don't know, so we'll take some cuts and we'll find out. Let's see what happens. Oh, chatters, right? Okay, see that? Look at all the chatter. So I need to do something about that. I need to, how about wooden wedges? Let's use wooden wedges. I got my wooden wedges in there, and we're going to see if we're going to take a cut, see what happens, because that's pretty awful. We'll put a little bit of cutting oil on there to help. What I really need is a backing plate that holds, you know, like a chunk of aluminum that holds it right to the back. And that acts like a heat sink, and then it can't vibrate. So I don't have that, so we'll just make this work. I have to slow it down again, and it only likes going slow here. Pretty slow. Oh, it's 125, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, very good. That's how that fits, like that. 52 tooth. Okay, we're going to go to the mill now and set some things up there and have a grand old time. It's a good fit. I can start drilling holes and things like that, but I didn't plan on how to start because I've got, where's my big sprocket? I've got 6mm threaded holes, so I can hold it down here, or I can hold it down there. I got the choice, but I haven't drilled any holes yet, so I'm gonna have to do something on the drill press. So I think I'll start by drilling. Looks like about right there. This is pretty casual this way. You know, I might not even need an Allen screw. I better get an Allen screw. Okay, I've double checked and stuff, so I think I'm good. There's always a little bit of uncertainty when you're setting up something and you're going off instruments, so it's really 2.5. So let's see what happens here. What I'm doing is I'm doing a cut at 0 and at 180, and then I can actually measure and see how my cut's doing. So there we go. See how it's bending? That's okay. 7.970. So this is 8.155. Okay. So it's 185 thou, and you divide by 2, and you get 92 thou, 93 thou. So let's try 92 thou. So we'll take a couple more cuts and we'll check it. Seems like a lot. Oops, she pops. Okay. So we're looking for 7.970. And that's it. It's right on the 70 there. Woo! So now I need a larger end mill to go there to open up for where the chain goes through. So we'll have to find what size of end mill. But so far so good. So I've got 1/2 inch and I've got 5/8. So if well, that's not going to work. Maybe we'll try 3/8. Well, how about 7/6? Maybe 7. I've got a 7/16 end mill. 7/16 might work. I got a drill bit. There's a 7/16 drill bit. Oh, look at that. That looks. You see that? That looks like it might work. I might have to do a little bit of filing on each one, but I can do that. So let me find my 7/16 end mill, and we'll figure out just how deep to go. Okay, so we'll try that. We're going to do this one, and we're going to do that one, and we'll look and see what it looks like on the edge. Can you see how wide it is from like here to here? And I just cut these ones. This is definitely wider, so I need to go in more to make this smaller here. So we'll take a couple more cuts. See that? That's the same, basically the same size there to my eye. And then I have to file out that little ridge there. See, I did this 11 years ago. I can't remember what I did. Okay, let's see if the chain fits. That's the big test here. Well, it needs a little file, but it basically fits, so that's good. I'm just checking things here. See how the holes line up? Yeah, that's good. The holes line up, so all that's left to do is making these holes. And the problem is that I got 4 holes drilled to hold it down here, and I don't know if that's going to line up. So okay, let's try this then. At 168, yeah, at 168. Okay. We're just taking out a little bit. It makes a nice finish inside. That's what we're up to here. There we go. I'm very happy that everything went relatively smoothly. We have a sprocket. I just have to take off the burrs now and make sure the chain fits. I might have to do a little bit of filing, but there you have it. Thanks for tuning in. Mitch and I like coffees. If you buy us coffees, it really helps a lot. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Yap, yap, yap.